He said that for you to have these thoughts is natural. It's not blameworthy for you to have these thoughts. Bismillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Safiya bintu Huyay, a Jewish wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, remembered something from the time that she spent with the Messenger of God. She said that she once went to visit him while he was doing i'tikaf. The Prophet ﷺ, in the month of Ramadan, he would spend some time in the mosque. The nights he would spend in the mosque, the days he would spend in the mosque, he wouldn't spend those nights with his wives because he would dedicate his time during the month of Ramadan, particularly in the last 10 days, to worshiping God continuously, not doing anything else. His wives missed him, so they visited him. His wives missed him, so they visited him to talk to him. And in this hadith, it's mentioned in other narrations that they all came to visit him. And Safiya also came. They came, they talked to him, maybe they laughed, they spent some time with him because they missed being with him. And the Prophet ﷺ, during the month of Ramadan, when he was dedicated himself completely to the worship of God, he took time out to spend time with his wives, to talk to them, because to be kind, to enter happiness into their hearts, to be with them in a way that draws them to love him is an act of worship. It's a way in which you draw closer to God. Safiya remembered this, but she remembered something more. She remembered that when the Prophet ﷺ finished talking to her, she turned around to go back to her home. He walked her. The Prophet ﷺ walked her out. According to some scholars, he walked her home. According to other scholars, he walked her to the door of the masjid. And she remembers this. She said that when they came to the entrance of the masjid, she remembers the exact spot that they were at. She said 2 men from the Ansar, they passed by. And they saw the Prophet with a woman at night. Seems kind of suspicious. They looked away and they rushed. They don't want to see something that he doesn't want them to see. The Prophet ﷺ, he calls them back. He said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, ala rislikuma. He said, calm down, slow down. He said, innama hiya Safiyatu bintu Huyay. She is only Safiya, the daughter of Huyay. In other words, she is my wife. The 2 companions, they said, Subhanallah, Ya Rasulullah. They said, O Messenger of God, how could you think, these aren't the exact words in the hadith, but the meaning, the sentiment that's being conveyed is that how could you imagine that we could think badly of you, to think that you're having an affair with somebody in the middle of the night. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, he said, inna shaytana yablughu min ibni adama mablagha dam. He said, Satan, the devil, he flows in the human body like blood flows. That means that thoughts, suspicious thoughts, are inseparable from our humanity. The Prophet is saying that if you see me at night with a woman and you think, well, is he having an affair? Is he using his position to do something himself and then telling us not to do that? Is he a corrupt religious leader? He's saying that if those thoughts come to your mind, that's natural because they're inseparable from our humanity. So he's explaining this to them and he's teaching them that it's his obligation to clarify. It's not their obligation to stop thinking bad thoughts and go away. It's the obligation of the Prophet, the religious figure, to clarify. And Muslim scholars who explained this hadith, they inferred from this that any religious figure who people take as an exemplar, it's impermissible for him to put himself into a situation that leads people to suspect him and then not say anything and just completely go on and continue and tell people that it's your responsibility to stop having a bad opinion of me. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, he said, "Innaha Safiya." He explained it when he didn't have to explain because they were going away. And not only did he explain it, but he said that for you to have these thoughts is natural. It's not blameworthy for you to have these thoughts. The Prophet ﷺ is teaching his companions that if there's somebody who claims religious authority, claims to be a prophet, and he does something suspicious and it looks like a cover-up, then that's probably what it is. Don't believe him, don't follow him. As for me, you can ask me all of your questions. I have nothing to hide. Innaha Safiya. Verily, she is Safiya. She is my wife. We need your support. We want to produce over 100 videos in this series to show the beautiful character of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This will be a positive response to all the bad things that people are saying about him. If they understood who he was, they wouldn't believe any of those accusations. If you like this video, please support this cause. You can help with as little as $1 or even with the click of a mouse. Go to discovertheprophet.com or click the link in the description below to find out all the ways that you can help people discover who the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. And don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Also to subscribe to our channel. All of this helps spread this message.